Republican presidential candidate Carly Fiorina earlier and asked her if she thought Donald Trump should apologize for his latest comments about Fox's Megyn Kelly.
You know, presidential campaigns are designed to reveal character under pressure and over time. It's why people like you ask tough questions, and it's up to candidates to answer those questions. So Mr. Trump got asked tough questions by a lot of people on Thursday night, but he chose to attack Megyn Kelly. And so on Friday night, I put out in a statement, Mr. Trump, there is no excuse. And I think that's true.
What do you think this reveals about his character?
Well, I think voters are going to have to decide that. But I think you cannot have a president who is thin-skinned. If you think a question is tough, imagine the pressure of actually being in the Oval Office. And that's why I think, as crazy as this presidential campaign process is, it does, in fact, give voters a window into how people respond under pressure over time.
What do you think it has to do, or effect it will have on women voters at all?
Well, I think women of all kinds are really sort of horrified by this. Just like, I think, by the way, women of virtually all kinds are horrified by the Planned Parenthood videos. I mean, there's certain things that cut across political boundaries. And I think those are two examples of things that are cutting across political boundaries.
Mr. Trump, in his statement in the debate, said, well, but I don't, all this political correctness. There are a lot of people who think there's too much political correctness in politics.
I do too, by the way. There's way too much political correctness in politics. So, for example, I've been very open in saying Hillary Clinton lied about Benghazi. And I've been criticized. Oh, that's such a loaded term. Actually, no. It's a common sense factual term. She lied about Benghazi. So I agree there's too much political correctness. I agree as well that people are tired of sanitized sound bites and bumper sticker rhetoric. That is different from hurling personal insults at all kinds of people.
Let me ask you about something you said in your closing statement. You said that the Republican Party needed to nominate somebody who cannot stumble before he even gets into the ring. A lot of people assumed you were talking about Jeb Bush. Were you?
Well, you know, I think it's very frustrating to me and other conservatives when we have people on our side who play by the Democrats' songbook. So, for example, the Democrats have been trying to paint Republicans as waging a war on women for a long time. I spent last year, for example, raising money and helping great candidates like Cory Gardner and Joni Ernst push back against that war on women mythology. And so I think when Democrats say the Planned Parenthood videos have something to do with women's health, when demonstrably they have nothing to do with women's health. They have to do with the harvesting of human organs from what a Planned Parenthood employee called a baby. We shouldn't be talking about women's health.
So it was Jeb Bush you were talking about. You got rave reviews in your debate performance. Why do you think you did, and do you think you'll be on the main stage for the next debate?
Well, you know, going into that debate, less than 40% of Republicans had ever heard my name. So this was an opportunity for me to introduce myself. And I think a lot of people, honestly, discovered, wow, there's another woman running for president. And then maybe they discovered, gee, I think maybe she could win this job. And she sounds like maybe she could do this job. And so it was a really important opportunity for me. We're seeing a lot of momentum. And I very much hope that momentum will carry me to the debate stage in Reagan Library.
All right, we'll see you in a month.